Hello, Dr. Berger.
Hello, Irina.
So today's session, I would like to couple of things. First of all, to congratulate our audience with the Thanksgiving holiday, and secondly, to ask you for the tips and really practical tools that people can use during the holiday season. On average, people gaining 2-3 pounds between Thanksgiving and Christmas and all holidays. But I heard another number, 10 pounds. So especially people traveling, can you talk a little bit about practical tools that really can be enjoyable but also do not set us back?
Sure. So, yes, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. In terms of practical tips, what we want to do is enjoy the holiday but not take a tremendous number of steps backward. Many of our patients, and hopefully lots of people out there in the world, have been making progress on their weight, their adiposity, and their overall lifestyle. And we want to enjoy the food, the family, everything that goes with the holidays, but not to really lose track of where we're trying to go. So Thanksgiving dinner, for example, if you were to fill your plate first with protein and vegetables, as opposed to a lot of the carbohydrates that we often have, like stuffing or cornbread or potato, things like that. The protein and the bulk of the vegetables can be satiating and might prevent you from eating too much of some of the more refined carbohydrates and things like that. If you can take a smaller plate, that's another way to do it. In terms of alcohol, as opposed to having multiple drinks, perhaps you could just sip from one. Even if people are raising their glasses multiple times to make toasts, you can use one glass of wine, for example, instead of multiple. And personally, I find that whatever the situation where people are perhaps overindulging and offering you all kinds of things, it can really be empowering in a way to say no to, I have a particular goal and I'm trying to reach it. You don't necessarily need to say that to other people, but in my experience, being able to do that and kind of protect your goal can really make you feel good. In terms of desserts too, it's maybe you could look at it more like a sampling, a taste of this or that, as opposed to needing to eat multiple desserts. Of course, leftovers, if you're hosting, can be an issue, and if you can disseminate leftover desserts or other things to other guests and kind of spread the wealth, that's another way. Or you could freeze things so that you don't eat them for the next 4 or 5 days in succession and potentially really increase your caloric intake that way.
Also, for me, for example, it always helps out to drink tons of water. Like we always tell our patients to hydrate. I mean, water suppresses appetite, so it's not only keeping you hydrated, but you're also not as hungry. And also, if I'm going to a party, maybe I could have a healthy snack, so healthy meal before I get there. So when you get hungry, you're really not starved and eating everything what looks great. And I like your thoughts about, because we end up for Thanksgiving, we're hosting, we're having 4-5 pies. People bring pies, and this is like you end until the end of the month. It's like it's really easy to make step back in terms of your progress.
Right. And then you don't want to waste the food, you don't want to throw it away, so we ought to just eat it, and all of a sudden you've really increased your caloric intake for each of those days beyond what your goal might be. So yes, in terms of appetite suppression, water, and everybody should be hydrating well anyway, but also exercise can suppress appetite. So if you're able to stay on your exercise regimen during the holidays, that of course is also going to be helpful. If you're traveling, modification to exercise is often necessary depending on whether you're staying in a relative or friend's home, or you're staying in a hotel that might not have a gym, for example, things of this nature. There are a lot of body weight techniques and so forth that can be utilized.
It's interesting you saying that, because we have one particular patient who is traveling, and he reached out to Peter and said, okay, I'm not going to have access to gym. What can I do for the strength training? And he actually advised to do push-ups and, you know, some things that you can do without the gym.
Yeah, planks, wall squats, other body weight exercises, and Peter is our exercise physiologist, for those who might not know. So these are all really good ideas. When you travel, you could also bring healthy snacks with you. For example, the New Direction bars and shakes that we carry in the office as meal replacement products, often take when we travel and so forth, to avoid eating the continental breakfast that the hotel has downstairs in the morning, things of this nature.
It's very interesting because, again, it's because of the enjoyment and family, it's very, very easy to lose the sight and track. And we always teach our patients, yes, you do not want to become a prisoner and really not to enjoy life, but it's all about mindfulness, and it's all about pre-planning, right? Just to know what is ahead of you and really prepare. Like, I know I'm gonna go to the airport, and food in the airport usually not good, right? So maybe I'll get some bars or shakes with me and really pre-plan. I know I'm going to get on the airplane and I'll be offered either unhealthy snacks or soda, and how can I just make sure that I'm not hungry and I'm gonna take for the first offer. It's all about pre-planning.
Yeah, I agree, and that's really what we're trying to outline here, is how you can plan ahead and be ready, because all that delicious food is going to be coming at you over the next several weeks. So want to wish everybody out there a very happy Thanksgiving, and also the upcoming winter holidays, whichever of those you might celebrate. Be mindful of your health, but enjoy yourself as well, because of course these times of social connection at the holidays are really important as well.
Happy holidays.
And until we see each other next time, be in good health.
Bye-bye.